Hello, in this video we will demonstrate the implementation of the 8D interface through Excel forms using the automated Excel App Maker spreadsheet. The 8-discipline, 8D, model is a problem-solving approach and aims to identify, correct and eliminate recurring problems, making it useful in improving products and processes. The 8D model establishes permanent corrective action based on statistical analysis of the problem and focuses on the source of the problem by determining its root causes. The first step is to download the application from the Smart Builder Tool website. After the download is complete, open the Downloads folder, select the Excel App Maker file and unzip it. Open the application and, if prompted, click on Enable Editing, and then Enable Macros. To install the add-in, you must log in with the administrator user. No password is required. When logging in with the administrator user, the Design Tools tab is displayed. Click on Install Add-in. Click on the Browse button and select the 8-disciplines problem-solving file. Click on Open and then click on Install Add-in. The add-in has been installed and the interface is ready to use. Close the screen and return to the main screen. Click on the Quality System tab, and then on 8D Approach. This interface implements the 8 disciplines for problem solving. Before taking a tour of the interface, let's load a database to facilitate the explanation. This interface consists of 10 tabs. Each tab implements one of the 8 disciplines of the problem-solving approach. The step called D0 is where the process starts. This is where the first record of the problem occurs, and a brief description of what is occurring. An owner is defined who will be responsible for the activity and a deadline for completion. The final reviewer is also defined, identified by the Quality Analyst field. It is he who will review all the other steps and give his final opinion. In step D1 is where the team that will deal with the problem is formed. The methodology suggests that the team be made up of people who have the appropriate experience and skills to solve the problem. Step D2 is where the problem is defined. It is important that the problem is described clearly and precisely, so the 5W2H method was used. In the field Source of Complaint, you must inform where the complaint came from. This information will appear in the Pareto chart called Top Sources of Complaint on the dashboard. Step D3 is where the actions to contain the problem are defined. Again, we use the 5W2H methodology to help define the actions. You must assign a person responsible for conducting the action, a deadline and the status of the action. Step D4 aims to identify the root cause of the problem. This step was divided into two, the first using the method known as the Ishikawa diagram. It is interesting to insert the asterisk at the beginning of the most probable cause. This facilitates the second part of step D4 compassed by the method of WISE. Instead of creating a record for each cause covered in the previous Ishikawa diagram, we can focus the questions only on the most likely causes. Once the root cause or causes have been identified, step D5 is where corrective actions are planned. When entering a new record, it is important to identify which cause to eliminate is being addressed. This information will appear on the pie chart labeled Ishikawa's top categories. You must also assign a person responsible for conducting the action, a deadline and the status of the action. Step D6 is where permanent actions are planned. For each action, a responsible person must be selected to lead the action. In addition, a deadline for completion of the action must be established. The status field must be updated as the action progresses. In most cases, correcting is much more expensive than preventing, so step D7 is where preventive actions are planned. For each action, a responsible person must be selected to lead the action. In addition, a deadline for completion of the action must be established. The status field must be updated as the action progresses. In step D8, the lessons learned and their application to similar processes should be emphasized. The first step to start using this interface is to know where the information presented comes from. Close the 8D interface and access the Design Tools tab. Remember that this tab is only accessible by the admin user. Click on the drop-down list button. Here the values presented in the drop-down lists related to follow-up, Ishikawa categories, source of complaint and status of actions can be configured. Avoid changing the numeric values of the follow-up and status of actions lists. The information contained in the status of actions drop-down list is used to filter information and present it in the dashboard charts. Likewise, the values of the follow-up drop-down list, in addition to being used by filters on the dashboard, are also used by scripts in the 8D interface. The values presented in the drop-down lists related to people's names come from the users table. This table can be found on the Design Tools tab. Click on the User button. Only users who are registered here will be able to access this system. In addition, this is where the access permissions to the interfaces for each user are configured. As a demonstration, I'm going to withdraw access to Anna's 8D user interface. I will log in with that user and try to access the interface. The button is disabled, preventing access to this interface. Now let's allow access again. All interfaces created with the Smart Builder tool allow attaching files. For the 8D interface, this is particularly useful because it is common to need to attach photos showing the problem, test reports, and so on. All attachments are linked to the main tab record, in this case the D0 tab. You can attach as many files as needed. All information regarding the 8 disciplines for problem solving can be viewed through the report. Click on Report, choose the print type, and then click on Print Preview. This report contains the data of the 8 disciplines for problem solving. Another way to visualize the overview of the progress of activities is through the dashboard. Through the circular graphs, it is possible to visualize the percentage of open activities being carried out within the established deadline. The speedometer chart shows the percentage of reports completed on time. We can also see the main categories of Ishikawa as well as what stage the open reports are at. The Pareto chart shows the main sources of complaint. Through the table, it is possible to visualize the activities that are late, their responsible person, the status of the activity, as well as the stage in which the activity belongs. When double-clicking on the activity, the interface opens positioning the record of the report in question. Click on the corresponding step to view information regarding the activity. This add-in was implemented using the Smart Builder tool and aimed to show the tool's capabilities. Please close the interface and log in with the admin user. Go to the Design Tools tab and click Screen Design. We know that each company has its specific needs and characteristics, so it is possible that some customization is necessary to adapt the interface of the 8 disciplines for problem solving to the company's needs. The good news is that, when you install an add-in, the entire interface construction project is installed, making it possible to make changes as needed. That is, this add-in can be a good starting point for customizing the 8D report best suited to your needs. To learn more about the Smart Builder tool, subscribe to our channel. We will regularly make new tutorials available. If you like the video, leave your like, and until the next video.